Hello, Stampers. My name is Donna Betts, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the U.S. And coming to you today from Turlock, California, and this is Stamping with Moo. Today I'm doing the second in a series of 4 cards using the Daisy Lane. It's brand new in the new catalog in the 2019 and 2020 catalog. Anyway, let me give you a little sample of what we're doing. This is one I've done earlier. This was using the Grapefruit Grove DSP, and I used gray granite for the petals and granny apple green. Today I'm doing it in a little different color, and let's move this aside. My card base is Whisper White, and I'll be using the lovely lipstick, and I'll be using the Script DSP. This is cut to 5 1/4 by 4, and this is 5 by 3 3/4. You're going to need some scrap of seafoam green and some scrap Whisper White for stamping the flower leaves. All right, let's see what else. We'll be using our tulle ribbon, our polka dot tulle ribbon, and our snips and glue dots and a bunch of other adhesives. Okay, let's get started. First of all, let's go ahead and fold and burnish our base, and this is the standard base of in the US. It's an original sheet of 8 1/2 by 11. It's cut at 5 1/2 and scored at 4 1/4. Okay, we'll get that, and we'll just set that aside for the moment. First thing we're going to do from the Daisy Lane, we're going to be using this stamp today, this stamp, and this stamp here that says the best moments in my life happen with you. All right, and we're going to be doing tone on tone. We're using this soft seafoam on the seafoam. Unfortunately, there is no die to cut these out, so they would have to be fussy cut. And I've already done that, but I wanted to see, and they don't take up a lot of card space. Good for a scrap, which I think is what I actually did on this, and this is obviously a scrap. Okay, so then we'll have our 2 stems. Okay, I'm going to take the lovely lipstick ink pad, and I'm going to take that sentiment with the best moments in my life happen with you, and I'm going to stamp that on the inside. I like to do my insides first, because if I screw them up, then I can pretty much not waste the whole card. All right, I think that's straight. It's okay. We'll live with it. Because that's red, I'm going to let it dry really well. I think as long as we have the red out, we're going to go ahead and stamp our other sentiment, which comes from the Very Versailles stamp set. And it's Have a Beautiful Day. In a short time, I'll be doing a series of 2 or 3 cards of using this Very Versailles stamp set. So stay tuned. Okay, and we're going to stamp that right there. All right. Okay, and we're going to use this little die, and I'm going to put it over towards the side here. More towards the side because of where it's placed on the flowers here. You can see cover part of that up. Okay, oops. Well, that'd help if I could get the die straight. Let's see. That looks, oops. That looks pretty good. And we'll hit that with the Big Shot in just a second. Or you could use whatever die cutting machine you have. Okay, now let's stamp our flowers. On this stamp, I know it's the red rubber, but I wasn't happy with the detail I was getting, or I wasn't getting, I guess I should say. So I'm going to bring in my piercing pad. I've just wrapped it with some grid paper to protect it. And I'm going to stamp 2 of these. Well, actually, you would need to stamp 4 of these. Oh, see? All right. See if we can do better now. That's better. And this punch, the punch that coordinates with this, because these are symmetrical, it doesn't really matter where you put it, but it's easier if you make it, you know, one come down, because then it's easier to come in with the punch. And then we're going to need 2 of the smaller daisies. You'll notice this one doesn't have the sticker on it. It had the sticker on it, but I did a boo-boo. I left it on overnight and just saved my soul. I could not get that sticker off of there. It came off in itty bitty pieces. Okay, let's see if we can get 2 on here. Okay. This is the Big Punch. It's also in the catalog, and we've had this one now for a couple of years. So, but I'm so glad they kept it. So we're just going to punch these out really quick. Makes me nervous because you know it'll flop in there. All right. And let's just get this one. Okay, and you'll need 4 of those total for this card if you want to duplicate it. And then only 2 of the smaller ones here. Now the Daisy Lane set, stamp set, and this punch here that I'm using are sold in the catalog as a bundle. You can save 10%, and it's just great. 10% is 10%. Okay. Now, and I've already done some of these off camera, so I'll bring those back in. So I have my 2 there, and 2 there, and 2 there. Okay, as my habit, I curl the bottom ones down. On 2 of these, I'm going to curl them downward, and then on 2 of the remaining 2, I'll curve them up. That's just to give these a little dimension. Okay. And I'll do the same with the little ones. Well, I put them both down. Flip one up, back up. Alrighty. Now I'm going to take a glue dot, and those that I flipped up, I'll put on glue dots. And then we'll just pop that back down in there. Make that a pretty. Got a glue dot stuck to me. now on the larger ones, I'm going to put dimensionals. I didn't do that. Oh, that was a boo-boo mistake, I think. And there. Okay. And that will just sit over there for now. Okay, now let's take our liquid adhesive, and I'm going to glue this to the back of the lovely lipstick cardstock. We're going to get it as centered as we can. And, oops, that's not doing it. Okay. All right. Oops. What am I doing here? Okay. I'm going to take these that I fussy cut out earlier. And I'm just going to put a little bit of Tombow glue. I don't want to put too much because I don't want it oozing out. But I want to make sure there's enough to hold it down. And we're going to set this one, oh, maybe down right about there. And then this one will do the same. These weren't hard to fussy cut out because I'm not a big fan of fussy cutting, but these did okay. They weren't difficult. If I can do it, you can do it. All right. Now, let's just put our dimensionals, and we're going to put more up towards the top there. I know the stem is down there, but you know what? You can put it where you want, but I like it right there. This can hang over just a little bit because this is going to go on our card base. And this one I'm going to use a glue dot. Let's see if I can find the end. Really? There we go. All right. And this one I'm just going to stick right about there. Okay. Get that put away. All right. I'm going to tie a bow. With this. And it's just a simple bow. Nothing fancy about it other than the ribbon, because the ribbon's really pretty. You just pull it. This has got kind of a lot of stretch in it, so. Alright, I think I want it just, oh, that's probably okay. And get my ribbon scissors, and we'll cut that one there, and maybe that one there. Okay, and that's going to go right, yeah, maybe a little bit smaller. That's going to go right there. Okay, but we're going to set this aside. I need to bring in my big shot, so we can cut out that sentiment. Okay. So this is my magnetic platform, a standard cutting plate, my project. Make sure that still looks pretty straight. This little tag that we're cutting out is actually from Stitch Label Framelits, and let me give a little quick look at what they look like. Okay, part of it looks like that, and then it has the, I love this one too. This is a really cute one, but anyway, that's what they look like. So I'm going to run this through. Okay, And I'm going to run it back, otherwise I knock half the stuff off my desk. Okay. Put that away. Pull that out. Put these away. Alright. Then we'll just punch that out. And that looks pretty good. Alright. Bring back in my tag here, or my card. And I'm going to put a little glue dot on the back of that. Oops, there it is. Put one there and then one at that end. Now we're just gonna kind of slide it in right about there. Maybe there. Okay. Then our bow is just going to get a glue dot, and we'll just tuck that right there. Then bring back our card base, and then we're going to take our glue again. Just take the lovely lipstick cardstock, and then we're going to do our dangdest to get it centered. And I don't know that I can do it that way. I just had a horrible thought. Did I put that font on right side up? I did. Alright, let's see. That looks like that's going to do it. And it's got to have some bling. Now I have these. This is actually Melon Mambo. And these are glitter enamel shapes. Dots, rather. I'm not sure they're still in the catalog. I forgot to look. But, you know, I have it. I'm going to use it. It doesn't do any good sitting in my stash of goodies. And even though it's Melon Mambo, it does kind of bring in that center a little bit. And then this, oops, well, let's do this one for there. Okay. And that is my card for today. I also did, let's bring in the one I showed earlier. There's that one. And then I did this one. This was using the Garden Lane, sorry, I'll get these names straight, yeah. Garden Lane DSP, and I used that on Garden Green. I used a little Wink of Stella there. Here, these are the faceted gems, and here are the dots. So I hope you appreciate my video. If you did, I hope you subscribe and give me a thumbs up. That'll help me bring you more videos. If you're interested in any of the products that I've shown today, you can go to stampinwithmoo.stampinup.net and shop my store. Anyway, I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.